Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say.
And good morning, Coon Rapids. Good morning, Anoka. Good morning, Chanhassen. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Thank you, everybody. Sassy Six, go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please welcome the original recipe. Kendall is off, so she's filling in. It all started with her, the one and only Shane Wells, everyone. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning.
I'm so glad that you're here because I was telling the story, you know, I do a Q&A with the audience after the show, and one of my favorite stories that is the answer to a few questions. And the question a couple days ago, this woman, she goes, do you get nervous? And if you get nervous, when is the most nervous you've ever been? And I said, well, you know, it's not, it sounds arrogant. I said, but it's not. I said, I don't really get nervous doing this. I don't get nervous doing the radio show. I get nervous at a cocktail party doing small talk. That's when I get nervous. I said, but right, audience, but I don't, this I could do all day. I said, but there was one time.
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, you know where I'm going. There's one time that I got nervous, and I'll shorten down the story, but looking at you just made me think of it, and that was, we debuted, you know, this September is season 8, which isn't that weird to think about,
yes.
Shane?
What?
Season 8 years ago. And we debuted in the middle of August, and we tried to tell the bosses at the time, why don't we just wait till after the fair? You know what I mean? Let's not do the show for a week and then go out to the fair and try to do what's going to be a different show. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But the bosses didn't listen to us, did they,
No,
Shane?
they had to have you at the fair.
That's right. So we did our show, and then we went out to the fair, and we didn't know barely knew what we were doing. Barely. So we're out at the fair, and in the front row that day was the big boss. Like in Fox, he was right under basically Rupert Murdoch. His name is Dennis Swanson. And he's the man that put the Oprah Winfrey Show on in Chicago. He's good friends with Oprah. So he's sitting in the front row, and we're getting ready to go, and the theme song rolls, and Shane is the producer at the time. And in my ear, we have 30 seconds before I have to talk. Shane comes in my ear, and this is what I hear. Jason, we have no video, we have no teleprompter, and we have no graphics. Go. And then I had to start talking for 11 minutes with nothing.
And the boss in a suit.
In a suit.
In the front row.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that. In a full suit, not 80 degrees, and there he was sweating. You know what I mean? And
I will
was
never
sweating.
forget that either.
No.
But the only person in America who could sit there and talk for 13 minutes with absolutely nothing is you.
Thank you. Well, I did
true.
try. Yeah. But you know that doesn't really help us. Now that's a moment that should feed the ego. Okay, that's very nice of you. Now here's a moment that humbles you. Okay, I was looking at the Jason Show fan club Facebook page. I got an alert.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful picture. I wonder what the picture is. Here's the picture. During season 1, we had wine glasses with our logo on it.
What?
A woman found our wine glass in the free bin at a thrift store. Now that's a humbling moment, You go from Dennis Swanson, the man that discovered Oprah, giving you a compliment.
Yep.
And then you go to
You've been discarded.
Our wine glass in a free bin at a thrift store.
I feel like that'd be worth some money. I don't think we had many of those.
Okay, no, we didn't. We got to go, but here's what was funny. We debuted, and we have a saleswoman upstairs. She could sell ice to polar bears. I mean, she is, she can sell anything. I'll change her name. I don't want to embarrass her. Pam Silverman, and she's upstairs. And Pam was like, "Oh, I want to give something nice to all the advertisers." So she ordered these wine glasses with our logo. She made like 4 of them. Like we didn't get any.
No, I didn't have
get.
one.
It's my damn name.
Yeah.
I didn't get any. So whoever got that free glass, it's a collector's item. It's
Little
free,
do they
but it's a
know.
collector's item.
Missed out.
Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Shane is going to be so interested in this first story. Here we go.
You know me well.
Yep. HBO dropped the trailer for the Game of Thrones prequel series. It's called House of the Dragon. Look at this.
The dream. It was clearer than a memory. And I heard the sound of thundering hooves, splintering shields and ringing swords. And I placed my heir upon the Iron Throne. And all the dragons roared as one.
I consider the matter urgent. That of your succession,
Who else would have a claim?
the firstborn child.
Rhaenyra. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
The king has an heir, Daemon Targaryen.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
Now, Shane, I'm with you on this. I'm with you. I tried to watch Game of Thrones.
Yep.
I got to about season 3.
Oh, you made it far.
Yeah. And then there were just too many people, like too many characters. I couldn't keep track. I just had to give up. I didn't know what was going on. So I really did give up. So I'm with you. Now, here's what I know about this. Because I asked my friend today on the radio show, I said, because she's a big fan, I said, explain this show to me for people like me, like you, that maybe don't watch Game. She said, this show is 100 years before the events of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
When the one family, the Targaryens, I think they're called, is that what they are? Yeah. They're very powerful now. And they're the House of Dragon. Dragons were alluded to in the main Game of Thrones show, but you didn't see a lot of them. Now there's dragons everywhere, girl. They're having sex. No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I've been told there's like Dragon Nookie. Which I'll watch the show just for that. Yeah. The crew is clapping for dragon sex. Yeah. And so is the front row.
I mean, you piqued my interest a little.
Just a little.
But do they want this? Fans of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, they do, because the
Okay.
last season was so horrible.
Oh.
You know, like Kendall, she's so bitter about the last season. She has no excitement, doesn't want to watch this.
Okay, wow.
So, but this is George R.R. Martin, who wrote Game of Thrones. He did write a short story, a prequel short story, so this is kind of what it's based on.
Okay.
I don't know. Matt Smith's in it. Emma Darcy. Is it Darcy, Jeff? Yeah. And it debuts on HBO Max next month. And Shane will be right there watching it.
Yeah.
Next in the dish, Daniel Kaluuya was on with Fallon last night. He stars in Jordan Peele's Nope, which opens tomorrow. And because we're kind of like, that's an interesting name for the movie, but what does it mean? Well, look at this.
Can we say why is it called Nope?
Because Jordan, I met Jordan, he was speaking to me about the film, and then for whatever reason, like, we was developing, and I was like, what's it called? I just never asked him what it was called. He's like, Nope. And I laughed for 30 seconds. Like, I was like, that is so funny, because he said that's the reaction that black people will have when they watch it. Like, they're like, nope.
Nope, not doing that.
I love that he doesn't even know the name of the movie. What am I making, by the
sorry.
way?
Which I got to tell, as a kid of the 80s, what that immediately reminded me of, and Jeff's going to know what I'm going to say in 3, 2, 1. One of my favorite Eddie Murphy routines ever is from, was it Delirious, Jeff? It may be Delirious, where he talks about the difference between white folks in horror movies and black folks in horror movies. He goes, white folks will go, they'll see a haunted house and they'll be like, let's go investigate. And he goes, black folks like, nope, I'm not going, no, there's no way I'm going in there. And it's true. I mean,
Good callback.
It's very true.
Are you a
Oh
horror
God,
movie person?
Delirious is so inappropriate in so many ways. It did not age well in some parts, but that is, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Are you
interrupt
excited? Are you going to see Nope?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I missed the advanced screening. I forgot. I took a nap and never woke up. But I'm very excited. I'm a big Jordan Peele fan.
Yes.
And Donna Mills from Knots Landing is in it, so that's why I'm gonna. She is.
You're like, I'm a Jordan Peele fan and Knots Landing. Like, what?
We don't know, but okay, now hang with me for just a second. I'll get to the next story, I promise. This is what I love. I'm not joking. I know it's easy to make fun of me because of my obsession with Dallas and Knots Landing. But there's a Daily Beast article about Donna Mills who is actively trying to restart her career at 81.
What?
She rehired her agent from the 80s. And she is aggressively trying to get roles, which I think is fantastic.
Wow, I love
think
it.
it's great. You know?
Why not?
If William Shatner can do it, no,
Yeah.
I'm serious. William Shatner, he got Boston legal when he was in his 60s or 70s. Why can't a woman in her 80s have a career? Guys do it.
Yep.
Thank you, audience.
The Sassy Six are here.
What?
The Sassy Six.
Yeah, my
checking in.
Sassy Six, I'm telling you. But no, I apply. Go read. It's a fascinating, people always laugh when I mention her, but she has had such a interesting career. The Daily Beast did a whole profile on her. Google Donna Mills and the Daily Beast, and you'll see. It's great. She's in Nope, which opens tomorrow. We are going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this. Back in a moment.
We are just getting started. More hot dishes coming out of the oven. When we return, people are loving her, and I can see why, in Nope. Wait till you hear the impression that Kiki Palmer does.
And she's like,
Then, Dax Hole is here with the inside scoop on one of Bravo's biggest shows, Southern Charm. And what are the top breakup songs of all time? Well, according to Billboard. We are going to dissect the list when we come back. Back in a moment.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, I have an update. I love when this happens. That's why I love that the show's live. If you didn't know that, this is live. This isn't pre-taped. Anyway, remember the wine glass, the Jason Show wine glass at the top of the show that was in a free bin at a thrift store? Well, I just got a tweet from a former Fox 9 employee.
Whoa.
Now, I'll change their name to protect them too, but Allie Bell wrote to me. She worked in the creative service department, which would handle such items. Again, Allie Bell, she writes, Jason, we only had maybe a dozen of those wine glasses made that first season, and mostly employees took them. So I think the culprit came from inside the building.
Someone needs to investigate.
Who are we kidding? There are people upstairs that don't even know we have a show. I mean, you know what I mean?
There's
I'm
a
serious.
window right
We have
there.
a whole top floor. The only time they come down here is when there's free food or a celebrity. You know what I mean? They say, oh, there are donuts down there? Then they come down.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what's in the studio. They think this could be a thrift store. Yeah.
I mean,
Sarah-
it's kind of like that back behind there.
It is kind of, yeah. Sarah Hyland from Modern Family was on with Fallon last night. She's the new host of Love Island, which, can I just say, full disclosure, the only reason we're doing this is because producer Ted is obsessed with the show.
We know this.
I wouldn't watch this crap for all the money in the world. Anyway, it airs on Peacock this summer, and that's our late night rewind.
yes, please, let's talk about Love Island.
I'm obsessed because right now something's happening. I mean, it's real. It's
Something's
live.
happening right now.
They're up to no good right now.
Someone is crying right now. Someone's making out right now.
Someone's making love right now.
Ooh. On the island?
On Love Island.
Ooh.
Yes. How did you get involved and how fun is it and how great are these characters and these people?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. So they just called me up, the good old Peacock.
Yeah.
Called me up and asked me. And I said, yes, thank you so much, Peacock. I love reality dating
Peacock.
shows. I love the Peacock.
I love the Peacock. Love Island, perfect show for the Peacock.
Perfect show for the Peacock. We love it.
Yeah.
And the people on it, we have 10 sexy, and by sexy, I mean like very, very, very sexy human beings on this show. I could not stop staring. I thought HR was going to have an issue.
like, wow.
Maybe Sarah was a bad choice as a host.
Yeah,
She can't stop staring at the contestants.
Everybody. So they're all good-looking people.
They're all very beautiful, lovely people, and they do sexy, naughty challenges, very naughty.
Yes.
And they're looking for love.
And the
No, they're not. They're not looking for love.
No.
Don't. I
Everyone
mean,
spit
come
out
on.
their coffee when she said that.
No, they're not looking.
Fame.
Come on.
Influencers.
And I love Jimmy, you know, because they both work for NBC, which owns Peacock. Oh, what made you want to do this show? Oh, a paycheck. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
What do you think, Fallon? Oh, I love Love Island. It's on Peacock. Of course you do.
I wanted to go from a hit TV show to hosting a trashy reality show.
Exactly. Now, producer Ted, who watches that turd, confirms. He confirms to us, this is what's in the teleprompter, taking the show to streaming has increased the scandalness tenfold.
Scandalousness.
Scandalousness? Is that what the word was? Is that really a word?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think Ted made that up.
Scandalousness.
You don't watch that, do you?
No, but I do like that other one. I don't think I can say the name.
Oh, Boy Island, blank Boy Island.
Then there's a letter.
There's a letter, yeah.
And then Boy Island.
Do you watch that one?
Fun Boy. That's what we were calling it.
Yeah.
Fun Boy Island.
What's that on?
HBO Max.
Oh, really?
And it's the guy who did The Bachelor who left The Bachelor doing HBO. So it's a lot.
Addie watches it too. Okay, you
Yeah.
and Addie, two of my
So
favorite
good.
people. You're giving me an endorsement. I'm going to have to watch that. Hold
Okay.
on a minute.
I'm a little worried now, though.
Siri, set a reminder to watch Boy Island.
She's
that
not gonna
sounded
know what
weird.
that is.
sounded no, that just sounded weird, didn't
Yeah.
it? That's another show. That's where they
I don't
take
know
all
about
the
it,
kids from
yeah.
my cruise to. That's right.
Your phone's going to have the weirdest things when you get in there next time.
Siri tonight's going to be like, Jason, please turn on Love Island. Yeah. More late night. Lizzo surprised fans on Kimmel last night in the most Lizzo way possible. Look.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. Stop the music. 'Cause I gotta pee. Gotta pee.
Hey. Ooh, I thought this was the bathroom. No. Is this the bathroom?
No. You are not real.
I am.
And now he calling me. Why do I feel like this? What happened to me? Hey, Mikey. Are you ready? 'Cause I'm somewhere in this room. In this room. Look around you. Yes, you Mikey. Michael. Turn around.
He was a little slow on the take on that one.
Yeah.
The call is coming from inside the house. I love her.
Oh, fun.
She's so fun. Yeah. Next in the dish, we talked about this earlier this week. Tamra Judge is coming back to the Real Housewives of Orange County. The OG of the show was on Watch What Happens Live last night and talked about it. Look.
Are you excited about coming back to the show?
I am.
Do you feel, let me ask you this, do you feel more energized coming into the new season having been out of the game? I mean, does it give you a
1,000%.
different perspective?
A totally different perspective. I think that being off for 2 years is probably the best thing that you could have ever done to me.
Really?
Even though I didn't like it.
Right.
But yeah.
Why?
Totally. Because I feel like once you become, like I was on the show for 12 years,
Right.
once you're on that long, you become a professional housewife.
Right.
And then once you're off of it, you're like, ooh, ow, ooh,
I have to live
did
my
that.
life.
Yeah, you live your life and you go on living a normal life, and then you come back and you're like, that's kind of, you know. So you come back with a different perspective, and I
think
saw
that's so
that
interesting.
when I filmed Ultimate Girls Trip.
You did.
Yeah, I totally felt it.
I've said it before. I've never watched OC. I watched New York and Beverly Hills, but I've watched Ultimate Girls Trip on Peacock. Yeah. And
What was that?
that was a peacock noise. And and I really, now I'm a fan of hers. I've really enjoyed her, and it almost makes me want to watch OC just to see her.
I watched OC. I liked her. But I also feel like people are like, I just missed it. I had to come back. Like, you wanted a paycheck. You ran out of money. You want to keep living this life.
Exactly.
And you need that attention.
Yeah, she started
Let's be
in
honest.
07. She left in 20, and now she's back. So I'm gonna watch.
They all come back.
Okay, now just again, if you don't watch Housewives, just don't turn the channel because these clips, I've pulled good ones for you. Here we go. from Orange County to Beverly Hills. A new episode was on last night on Bravo. Jamie Lee Curtis shows up in this episode. Well, she knows Kyle Richards. They were in Halloween together. So Kyle had a charity event. Okay, so let me set this up properly. They're sitting down, and Jamie Lee Curtis is talking about this charity, and she's showing all of the swag, you know, like the charity logos on the Frisbee, and she's showing all of the swag to the housewives. And Dorit is so thirsty. She is fawning over this free crap. Look at this.
So why don't I talk about why I'm here while you guys eat? By the way, everything that I'm showing you is on myhandinyours.com. The My Hand in Yours tumblers.
It keeps things hot and cold and things
hot
like
and cold.
that. Amazing.
We have the My Hand in Yours license plate holder.
Wow.
We have a wind chime.
Oh, wind chime.
Of My Hand in Yours.
Jamie, let me just say, that is the chicest wind chime I have ever.
Thank you, darling.
Get your head out of her butt. Seriously. Oh my goodness. This cup keeps things hot and cold.
What'd you say?
It's amazing.
Oh, I like the faces of the reactions of the ones.
Oh,
next
Kyle's
to
like, settle down, Dorit,
Yeah.
you thirsty, thirsty thing.
Beep.
Okay, now the next one. This is so good. Last night featured the return of the new fave, Cathyhilton. She's a friend of the show. And right away, this lunch at Kathy's house proved why people love her, because she's so out of touch, but she doesn't know she's out of touch. Look what she served: baked potatoes with caviar. Look at this.
That one doesn't need that pearl. Okay.
You're supposed to scoop up, but you're not supposed to have.
It touched the caviar. I'm confused. Is this the meal, the entree, or an appetizer?
Wait.
What? You just had a whole bunch just poured out. Kathy, careful. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes.
No, you didn't, because you didn't answer.
What?
Is this an appetizer or the entree?
This is the entree, dear.
Oh,
What are you nuts?
It's just a potato on a plate. Unless you go to those baked potato bars in the mall, I've never seen it be a meal. Do you think you have enough caviar there?
I'm doing it like they do at Caviar Caspa in Paris.
I've never seen one person that had that much caviar in my whole life. I mean, I guess if you're pouring thousands of dollars of caviar on top, it's gonna be a meal.
You're gonna be full.
I am?
Yes.
You're having a lunch. Come on over for a baked potato.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I've had caviar before. Let's just talk about the price for just a second. I know that I was just in Vegas and we had a little fancy lunch and we bought, it was like, I think a 3 ounce or something for the whole table, a little 3 ounce thing of caviar, and it was like $400.
What?
We all split it. There was like a ton of us. Like I didn't just buy that. So that baked potato, that's probably
$400 worth of caviar.
$1,000 baked potato. I'm
And
not
it's a
kidding.
potato.
A baked, yes.
Like one of the most basic foods you can eat.
Yeah.
Topped with $1,000 worth of caviar.
Yeah. Yep. Next up, Kiki Palmer, you're gonna love this, is getting great reviews. I've been telling you all week for her role in Nope, opening on Friday. But that's not the only reason people are talking about Kiki this week. She did an interview with Wired Magazine and shared her spot-on impression of Angela Bassett. Watch.
Everybody always tells me I look like Angela Bassett, and I've always done an impression of Angela Bassett. Like, I do two. So there's one impression I do from American Dream, the Michael Jackson story, where she finds out that her husband's been cheating on her, and she like answers the phone and hears him on the other line talking to somebody, talking about Joe. Joe is like cheating on her, and she's like, he comes back into the house, he's like, hey, baby, and she's like, you a lie, and you a cheat. And I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you no more. And with Angela, it's all in the lips.
So good! Oh, so good. She also did an impression of Bassett from Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do With It, which you gotta go, I'm gonna let you go watch that one. So how accurate is her impersonation? The Jason So research team tracked down that clip of Angela Bassett from the 90s miniseries, The Jacksons, An American Dream. Look at this.
You're a liar, and you're a cheat, and I don't want you. No, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you no more.
Yes! Kiki Palmer is a national treasure.
Wow.
That is fantastic. Shiver me timbers. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Welcome back. Well, we have, because I love you so much, we have some bonus hot dish this morning, and providing that is our fancy insider to the stars. Please welcome from the... Thanks for doing your hair this morning, Dax. From the Hollywood Raw podcast, it's Dax Hole, everybody.
Listen, I'm sorry, Jason. I was up. We were drinking a lot last night, so you got a hat this morning, okay?
Wow, I love the blunt honesty. Let me take a look. How hungover are you?
There was a lot of empty bottles of wine left over after last night. We had some friends over. Listen, things got crazy, but I am here, and that is what is important.
That's right, Dax. That's all that's important. Okay, so I know a lot of friends. One of the biggest shows, forget Housewives, one of the biggest shows on Bravo is Southern Charm. People love that show. And you had Craig on there. Now, for people that don't watch Dax, before we get into the dish, can you kind of explain who he is?
So Craig Conover, I would say he's like the Prince of Charleston is what a lot of people call him. You know, he has been on this show. He is one of the fan favorites. He has a really successful pillow line that he's in, Home Goods. I mean, the guy is crazy successful. He made a lot of headlines months ago. He called out one of the other girls on the show and basically said, you had a relationship with a married MLB star who happened to be A-Rod. So I don't know if you guys remember that story came out. He called her out. That story went massive, massive, massive. J-Lo and A-Rod ended up breaking up because of his comments on the show towards his co-star Madison. So we actually asked him, because he's been getting a lot of credit for Ben and Jennifer's wedding over the weekend, like, hey, you kind of outed the cheater. She broke up with him and got back together with her old flame Affleck. So you're taking, and we asked him, do you take credit for it? And he just started laughing. He's like, guys, I think I had way more to do with it than I wanted to. I'm happy if I was able to lead two people who deserve to be together back together.
It's a very diplomatic answer.
Yeah, right? But no, this interview was fantastic. He was so down to earth, so chill. He got done with it. He was like, guys, this was one of the best interviews I have ever had. I could sit here and talk to you guys all day. Like, we just had so much fun. We talked about, like, even his high school reunion. I think that's such a fascinating question to ask a celebrity. Like,
yeah,
did you go to your high school reunion? And he goes, I wanted to so bad. I wasn't able to go, but he was like, I wanted to look those people in the eyes that were so mean and bullied me back in the day and be like, look, I've made it.
Yep. Have you gone to your high school reunions, Dax?
I went to the 10-year, and then after that, I was like, why am I going to these? Because all the people I hang out with are, like, a lot of my high school friends I'm still friends with.
Yeah.
And so I don't need to see them. And then you got Facebook, which ruins it all for everyone. Like, you know what they look like, you know what they're up to. So seeing people in person, I can see on Facebook.
You mentioned this at the top, and I gotta ask a follow-up, because Jeff told me when he was prepping me for this. So dude went from being a lawyer to a pillow designer. What? What?
I think it's making him a lot more money. And so he went to school for law and then just kind of transitioned his whole life, got this start on reality TV. It's gone really well for him. You know, one of the things is, you see the good and the bad in people on reality TV, and I was just like, do your parents watch? And he goes, you know what? My mom used to watch, and then I basically told her, don't watch. Please don't watch it anymore. And he's had appearances on Summer House, and he goes, she actually really likes to watch Summer House and watch me on there. And I'm thinking, that's probably a worse show to watch. Your kid, it's just nonstop partying in the Hamptons.
Yeah. He said, they were telling me in the prep, the dude feels pressure to wear fancy clothes? What do you mean? What does he mean?
Because he's dating Paige, who is a designer, and she's super fancy, and so now he's had to step up his game. Not only that, because you're dating someone who has like super style, But on top of it, you're on reality TV. I asked him, do you have a budget? Is there money you set aside as a reality star to dress yourself? And he goes, I don't really set it aside, but yes, we spend a ton of money. He goes, the weird thing is, by the time that you can actually start affording clothes, people start giving them to you for free.
I know. That's the ultimate. It's like the people that get the free stuff, they can afford it.
Yep. He goes, I finally am able to afford like nice clothes, and now everyone wants to just hand them over. I'm like, oh, such a rough life.
Such a rough life. Well, we got to go, Dax, but let me end with a compliment. This proves that you really are, and I've met you in person many times, you really are that good looking, because even hungover wearing a backwards baseball hat, you still look good this morning, buddy. Thank you.
Listen, I can fake it like the best of them.
You can find the Hollywood Raw podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're going to take a break. Sarah Rogers is here, coming up a little bit later. What's the hot trend that you'll see everywhere? A little clue, it's somewhere in this shot. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Welcome back. Shane's back. Well, listening to music is a really great way to get over a really bad breakup sometimes. Right, Shane? You've never been broken up with you.
I've had many heartbreaks.
Oh, please, look at you. And a new list from Billboard names the top 50 breakup songs of all time. And when you hear this list, you'll be as fired up about this as I am. So let's focus on the top 10, and we're going to start with number 10.
Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. You said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
Okay, so this is Olivia Rodrigo's recent hit, Driver's License, scoring pretty high. Look, it is a great song. Now, here's what I'm going to warn you about the rest of this list. This is indicative of the rest of the list. This was written by an 18-year-old. This list was written by an 18-year-old in Billboard's offices.
Yes, if I was a high schooler and I got broken up, that song would be playing all the time.
Absolutely.
But now I'm too old and I'm like, driver's license. That was like 80 years ago.
Yeah. I'm a Gen Xer. Where is, all by myself, Adele and Amy Winehouse also made the top 10, but let's move to a 90s classic for number 6. Alanis Morissette's You Ought to Know from 1995, and we recently found out the origin of this song.
I was shocked. Dave Coulier from Full House.
Yeah.
That guy broke her heart.
And then produced this song.
Thank goodness for that, right?
I loved her so much.
Same.
I'm quite a bit older than you are, but kind of the same generation.
Yep.
And she was everything in the 90s.
Hit after hit.
Yeah, beyond. And I loved her in the 80s with You Can't Do That on Television. Now to the top 5. Number 5 is from, this is going to get me mad. Number 5 is from the Bodyguard soundtrack, but not the one you're probably thinking of. Look.
Don't walk away from me. I have nothing if I don't have you.
Okay, now I don't have beef that I Have Nothing is on this list. It should be. Here's what I have beef with. Another song on that soundtrack, I Will Always Love You, written by Dolly Parton and made a huge hit by Whitney, finished, are you ready, number 11.
Whoa.
It's not even in the top 10. All of you, all the people in that office that put this list together, you all should be fired. You all should be fired for that alone. Sorry, I know it's harsh.
I'm a little scared to admit, I've actually never seen that movie.
Number 4.
It's the longest pause in this show ever.
Is Kendall at a winery right now? Can we just call her?
Yeah, she'll be fun to talk to.
She would be really fun to talk to. 4th is Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah. 3rd is Lord's song, Supercut. I thought that was just a haircut place, but okay. Have you ever heard that song?
Nope.
Nobody in our office has heard of that. Bjorn has. Well,
See, there
he's
you go.
11.
Yep.
Number 2, a song from Swedish singer Robin.
I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own.
Okay, absolutely. I love Robin, but again, this list was put together by someone with a lack of perspective because we're like of all time. Come on. Anyway, that's Dancing on My Own.
Okay.
Finally, according to those people, the number 1 breakup song, according to Billboard.com. Oh, that's Max from Stranger Things. Yeah. I don't want to see
That's
Max
my
making
takeaway.
out.
I know, this feels
That's a little creepy
bit
to me.
aggressive.
Anyway, that's Taylor Swift's 10-minute long song, All Too Well.
I've never listened to the whole 10 minutes. Have you?
No, I haven't.
The whole 10 minutes, yeah.
I haven't listened to the whole 10 minutes. No. No.
What's a song you think of with breakups?
Oh. I listen to Savage Garden, Truly Madly Deeply, and then All By Myself.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, and then Say Goodbye to Love by the Carpenters. Yeah. That's horrible. It's
that's very depressing.
We play it all the time. We do a sad song of Palooza on the radio show, and yeah. I'll say goodbye to love. No one ever cares if I should live or die. Time or time again, the time for love has passed me by.
We had different takes on breakups. What I would play is Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison because I was back.
Oh, look at you, girl, as you should be. Please, no one's ever broken up with you. No. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Stay with
right
us.
now
No,
in Washington.
You please. You were the break-upper.
No.
Welcome back. Oh, our good buddy's back. So, something else is back too. Barbie is back in style and not just for kids. Everyone wants in on the Barbie trend. Joining us with some trending pink accessories. Give it up for Sarah Rogers from the Mall of America. So this is not a joke. Barbie Pink is back because of the movie? Kinda.
Yes, the movie is definitely influencing it. I think we're definitely giving a nod to the movie that's coming out in 2023, right? But Valentino showed it in his collection. A lot of celebrities are wearing it as well. So it's a big deal.
And it's not the demure pink, right? Is it a bolder pink or any shade?
Well, that's it.
Okay.
Any shade of pink.
Oh.
So you've got options.
Okay.
So there's hot pink, there's fuchsia, there's, baby pink. You can really rock any of them and be in on this trend.
Okay, let's start. What do we have?
We've got a baseball cap here from Altered State, and what better way than with a fun accessory? I think it was Justin Bieber, because guys are wearing the pink as well.
Yep.
He had on a pink, it was a beanie actually, but it's the same thing with a suit.
With the suit?
Yeah.
Because I hated that trend where guys felt like they couldn't wear pink. That's so silly. It's like, come
love
on.
men in pink.
I do. Hello.
Show your softer side.
Exactly. It's a good color. It's a good color for most skin tones.
And
I mean, it really is.
That is the truth, and that's why you want to hone in on the one that really celebrates you the most.
Yeah.
You can go with fun slides if you're even, with your swimsuit or whatever. These are from Ever Eve with the double strap, and they're waterproof.
Are they calling those? That's a slide. Is it okay? I gotta get. I just call them like flip flops, but okay. But those are slides, everybody.
I will accept that term
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
And then we wear short shorts. Sun's out, buns out.
I know. Producer Jeff. Right before the segment started, producer Jeff said I should wear these tomorrow on the show. I will not be doing that, but yeah.
Those are from Altered State. And then we were just talking about terry cloth off the air here, and that is a fabrication I'm seeing a lot of. This is from Offline by Aerie, and I love it. It's a sweatshirt, but it's in that terry. If you want to live in your role, but you can't, this would be the next best thing.
Sarah's right. We were discussing right before we went on the air. I might actually wear. I'm not joking about. I have terry cloth matching sets are really hot, I guess, for guys.
Double sets,
The
yeah,
double
matching
and
sets.
And somebody sent me one for the cruise. I'm actually going to wear it tomorrow because it's Aloha Friday.
Yes.
But I saw terry cloth, Holy 1982. It was everywhere on the cruise.
Yes. Back
okay,
again.
It's back.
And you can even do it with your loungewear. This is by Skims from Nordstrom. Beautiful loungewear pajama set.
Oh, I love
And
a good
I
pajama set.
love this. They call this one bubblegum pink.
Oh, I like
So
the material.
soft.
Oh, that's really
Matching
nice.
pants. The pants draw in the waist, so you can look cutie when you're just hanging around the house.
Or
if you
extend
love
them if you've had a
pink.
little too much, at the
And
buffet.
You know what? That is the beauty of an elastic waist or a draw-in waist. It can go
The
with
best invention the last
the
20
flow.
years was a jeans with an elastic waist.
I wish they would do more pants that way.
Yeah.
Also beautiful jewelry, Suzanne Mendez in Common area at the Mall of America. So you'll love it at Common's community there. But she's got this beautiful necklace, the evil eye, the heart
Oh, those are really
symbol
pretty.
there with the bracelet and the earrings.
Beautiful shot there, Eric. Okay.
How about these shoes?
Those are great.
From
Those are
Aldo. Now this really does remind me of Barbie.
Those are very Barbie. Yeah,
Mhm.
those are very Barbie.
With the block heel here, really pretty shade of pink too.
It is every possible shade of pink you can ever imagine.
Yeah.
And that also, speaking of the 80s, the pastels and the pinks, that was very mid-80s. And Miami Vice. Remember the Miami Vice era?
Yes,
85,
yes.
86. So
I loved that. And
Yeah.
you can go with lipstick, so think about beauty as well. These are from Sephora by Gucci. Sephora is selling Gucci makeup now, so that's kind of new for them. So if you like that brand, you might want to check it out. They've got some really pretty colors.
Now, do you think pink lipstick is great for, and we were talking, pink is a good, you know what I'm going to ask. Pink is a good shade for most skin tones, but do you think pink lipstick is good for everybody in your fashion-est opinion?
I think you've got to get the right tone of
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And then how you use it. You can mix it, use it as a highlighter, maybe just the center lower lip, and then maybe line it with something with a little more depth to it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go with something that's too light if it's not really flattering for
Yeah,
you,
'cause-
or too deep either. It'll just be too much.
Okay.
Handbags, you'll see a lot of accessories. This one from Urban Outfitters, nice little, this would be cute for my little outfit.
That is, I was going to say that looked real good with yours.
And then how about this beautiful silk
That
dress?
was, when you guys brought that in the commercial break, I was like, that's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? Banana Republic.
Oh, that's banana?
Yes, maxi. It's got an open back too. So, girl, you're gonna look good coming and going in this one. Fabulous.
We've said it before. Banana is back. Right?
They are.
They went back. I'm not kidding, and it's such a good brand for everybody, whether you want casual wear. But I talked to somebody there, and they said they went back to basics.
Yes.
They went back to their basic polos and their basic shirts, and
And fabrication.
Yes.
Their fabrication is definitely luxury. You're going to feel the quality, and I think you'll really love how it endures too.
All of this you can find at my second home, the Mall of America. Give it up for Sarah Rogers, everyone. We're going to take a break. We're going to wrap things up right after this. Back in a moment. Oh, I love this. I know. I forgot what store it was. It was a store in St. Paul. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, don't forget, if you want tickets to our show, it's very easy. They're free. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page and click to the left. You'll see the little link. Come see us. You're in by 9:30, out by 11:15. Today, it's time to meet today's JVIP. It's Sharon Wolf. Hi, Sharon. She says she loves the show because she's surprised every day. You never know what we're going to be talking about. That's very true. Sharon says the show makes her laugh each and every day. Good. That's our goal. She calls us awesome folks, and she also loves our incredible team. We do. We have a great team. Sharon gets a Jason Show mug. She's also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes coming to the studio to watch us, a $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from Wood House Spa. The surprise goodbye when we come back. Back in a moment. Wrapping things up on this Thursday. I almost said Friday, but it's Thursday. It is time for the surprise goodbye. You know how this works. I don't know what's in this segment until right now. Today's something I'm thankfully I didn't see on my recent cruise. Look at this. See all those white things surrounding the boat? Those are jellyfish. Drone video captured this footage off the coast of Israel. The annual jellyfish migration is underway, with many of the fish washing up on beaches in the area. Oh, no thank you. Nope, no thank you. Tomorrow on the show, producer Ted gets a makeover. Can the ladies at the Design Affair Salon Studio turn Ted into the world's sexiest man? You're going to find out. But right now, if you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. We'll